What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex, coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Terra Maledicta and how to get to round 100. This is hands down the most painful round 100 in zombies history. It is so slow and I've been wanting to make a round 100 guide for Terra Maledicta since launch, but the map isn't that great, as we all know, and I had previously tried going to round 35 a few days before making this video, and it took me over 2 hours to get to round 30, and I was perplexed, because that seems awfully slow to get to a round like that, but when you do testing, you want to get to above round 30, so I usually pick for around 35 to see max zombie health and speed and all that stuff. I think it's around round 20 in this game where you can kind of dictate that, but I like to go a little further just to make sure things are consistent, but this was so slow. And listen, I know that the round number correlation is different in Vanguard zombies compared to regular survival maps, but I was playing the Void and it was still so slow. So I set up a day where I didn't have to leave the house for anything, created a method so I could pause and go to the restroom and all that jazz, and I completed a round 100 game, and it took me 8 hours. Obviously, I don't recommend going for a round 100 game, not just because it's slow and boring, but because there's absolutely no challenge, zero challenge. It's not like in other games where you have to concentrate, still have skill and know the map, but there's that huge time investment. This is only the time investment. That's it. There's no challenge whatsoever. And before we get into the tips or the strategy guide of this video, I want to say that the reason the high round game is so slow is due to the zombie spawn rates and the fact that there are no sprinters in the Void. And yes, I did confirm this. After I had finished my game, I read a tweet from Treyarch stating that they had fixed an issue with zombie speed inside of Terra Maledicta. Apparently they weren't sprinting, I guess. Thus, they added sprinters after round 12. But I was thinking that it was for the Void. That's just for the main map. So I checked again, played another game, got to like round 15. There's no sprinters there. There's no sprinters in the Void at all, which is absolutely insane that they're not there. Another way I know I was doing the patch for the round 100 game, just to confirm, you can see this on screen. The ray gun buff was definitely active in my game, with both ammo drop pickups being buffed and damage clearly being fixed. Actually, let's talk about the ray gun and the decimator shield buff. There isn't too much to say about them, so I think it makes more sense to put it in this video since I used them both to get to round 100, but both of these weapons have in fact been buffed. The ray gun is now outputting upwards of 3,600 damage per shot, which is a hefty increase. The ammo pickup buff is also welcomed, very welcomed. As before, you would only get 4 or 5 rounds per pickup. Now it refills your gun almost instantly after just a couple drops. So it's just a lot more fun to use all around. I mean, I used it for a majority of this game that you're seeing on screen, whereas before I would ditch this sucker and just use a shotgun only. As far as the shield goes, this buff is negligible in my opinion. The decimator blast does feel a bit more OP. I think it just feels that way. I don't think they buffed that. It just seems like it in my head. Yes, you can melee one-hit kills until about round 12, but you usually get the shield around round 9 or 10, so it's not that beneficial. With the blast cooldown still being 90 seconds, there is no reason to use this thing. If they want players to use it, they should make the melee hits recharge the shield power so you can use that blast. Then you actually have motivation to get covenants that increase your melee damage. But just to make everything time gated is so annoying and just not worth the player's time. And it takes a weapon slot, so why would anybody use this thing? So with that being said, for those of you who are crazy enough and want to do high rounds for this map, here's the best way to do it. The first thing you're going to want to do is complete the Terra Maledicta Easter egg and get the shield, which if you don't already know how to do that, a guide will pop up on your screen right about now. Why isn't this working? It should be there now. You see it yet? It should. Okay, there it is. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead and click that if you don't know how to do the Easter egg or get the shield. Okay, but now that you have completed the Easter egg, you're going to want to make sure that you have either the Einhorn or the double barrel shotgun and the ray gun. The shield isn't really that great or necessary in my opinion, but you can use it if you want to kind of clear hordes every 90 seconds or so. It may shave like 30 minutes from your game, but honestly, you're in this for the long haul, my friends, so prepare yourself for the ultimate time waster. Obviously, you're going to want to make sure that you're upgrading your perks along the way, getting armor, your favorite equipment. For me, that's Molotovs and monkeys. Tap your weapons to tier 3, all that good stuff. And by the way, a great way to earn points is to just go 3 rounds inside of the Void and leave continuously until you are fully set up. That way you get a free 10k points if you exit. And if you have double points as you're exiting, you're going to get 20k points just for teleporting back. So pro tip, I guess. For the covenants, I recommend Death Blow, Unholy Grail, Ground, Swift Vengeance, Brimstone, Call the Weak, or Dead Accurate. Throughout my playthrough, I mixed and matched different covenants, but ultimately I was most happy with Dead Accurate, Death Blow, and I would switch between Unholy Ground and Swift Vengeance as I kind of felt necessary. Anything that can offer free ammo or more damage, you definitely want to take to speed things up. And finally, your field upgrade that you're going to want to use is Frost Blast, fully upgraded of course, and I will explain why in just a moment. And then after that, you basically just train zombies on this bridge spot, which is right below where the teleporter will spawn in inside of the void area, just running back and forth for 8 hours. Basically, the strat is trying to figure out the best place for zombies to spawn in quickly, and I found that this bridge is a pretty good place to do that. As I said in the beginning of the video, the reason that this high round game is so long is because the zombies, they just don't sprint and they spawn in super slow, which is why I use this central bridge. And from this bridge, I can collect zombies and funnel them to an exit point and just demolish them. But before you do that, you're going to want to make sure that you take out the machine gun boys and the Zabala lady as quickly as possible. Then you're going to horde up those zombies and annihilate them at one of the exits of your choice. Now, you want to take out the heavy enemies first, like I just said, not because they're a threat, but because they knock down your zombie hordes and their attacks are just a nuisance. So you might as well just get them out of the way because you don't want to make your game slower. The best way to get rid of the machine gun boys is to frost blast them, and then they will die in one hit after that. It can be a melee hit, a bullet hit, a ray gun hit, whatever you want. Just hit them after they get frost blast. You're good to go. The ray gun has been buffed, like I said before, and it gets more ammo from the ammo drops, basically giving you infinite ammo, and the damage is a lot better. It's a lot more fun to use, and it can take out those heavy enemies really, really well, especially with Dead Accurate on as one of your covenants. It's just fantastic, and it also comes in handy when you don't have a field upgrade charged up so that you can take advantage of the damage multiplier while shooting the machine gun boy or the Zabala lady. So after you get to the round of your desire, head back to spawn and exfil, and I'll just say there are only 2 difficult parts of this high round game. First being completing the challenges of the Easter egg. They buffed the zombies a little bit and made them sprint for whatever reason on like round 7. But then exfilling from the map, this is where things get a little tricky, and it's actually pretty fun. This is when the super sprinters come in, and my god, they are freaking fast. And you will have like 2 Zabala ladies and 3 or 4 machine gun boys, and it's absolute insanity. And it's pretty fun for just like, you know, a minute or so. But all you got to do is kill like 40 or 50 zombies and then head over to the quick revive area and exfil. And if at any point you feel stuck, just remember you have the Frost Blast field upgrade, and that sucker is great for taking out the machine gun boys. And just ignore the Zabala lady. She's annoying. You'll be fine. I promise. So congratulations, I guess, on completing this round 100 challenge, or wasting a whole day. Not really sure anymore. If this guide helped you in any way, please consider leaving a like. And if you didn't like it, well, that other button works just fine. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.